Hello, you join me on a... Ooh, look at that. Someone in my neighborhood bought an XC40 Recharge. Why did you get the electric one? You should have bought the T5, the 240... Granted, that Recharge has 402 horsepower, which is... It's a lot of power. I think it'll do 0 to 60 in 4.8 seconds. It's very, very fast, but I would get the normal version. So yeah, XC40, wonderful car. Harman Kardon audio system in that, kicks ass. Sounds incredible. It's got a subwoofer in the firewall, and it's got another subwoofer in the trunk. Hello, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today it's a little different. I'm not in any Land Rover. I am in my 2018 Audi Q7. A little bit of a different video. I'm going to take the Q7 out on some back roads, and I'm going to push it pretty hard. This car handles beautifully. I love the way the Q7 drives. Some stuff about mine. Mine is a 2018 Audi Q7 3.0T Prestige. So it's the top trim level here in the US with, at the time, the biggest engine, which is a 3-liter supercharged V6. Produces 333 brake horsepower. That comes in at 5,500 RPM, stays flat all the way up to 6,500 RPM. And it makes 325 pound-feet of torque. That comes in at 2,900 RPM and stays flat all the way up to 5,300 RPM. Super smooth engine. It sounds really good. No supercharger whine, which is interesting because it is supercharged. You don't hear any supercharger whine. But overall, man, it's a really good car. This cabin is wonderful. I like this one over the new one that went full touchscreen. I really like the MMI scroll wheel to control the infotainment. I think it's a lot easier. It's just a really simple system to use once you get used to it. This thing hauls ass. This engine is so smooth and it's so silky smooth. I love it. I love this engine. I'm gonna be gushing over this car in this video. So this one does not have the adaptive chassis package, so it does not have the adaptive air springs, nor does it have the rear wheel steering. And when my dad ordered this, I was like, no, Dad, you gotta get the adaptive chassis package. It transforms the way this car drives. You know, it'll be so much more comfortable. And, you know, when you put it in dynamic mode, it'll stiffen up and it'll handle like a sports car. I lost that battle. But on these standard steel springs, it's really good. It is super comfortable, but it's still stiff enough to where you can have some fun. You still feel the road through. You still feel some bumps. It's not completely isolated, so that performance aspect is still there in the suspension tuning. This thing's just I bet this will be a great Autobahn cruiser. This one is finished in ink blue metallic with the pistachio beige interior. It's a little bit light, and I like the contrast of the pistachio beige with the dark brown on the top of the dashboard and on the top of the door panels. The interior trim is really nice. There is a lot of piano glossy black plastic, which I personally do not like. It shows fingerprints, dust. It does not look very good, but it's what every car basically has now. Also has this really nice wood trim, and overall it's just a really nice place to be. The Q7 is, you know me, I'm a diehard Land Rover guy. And the Q7, in terms of a 3-row luxury SUV, has got to be my top pick, along with the Land Rover Discovery. The third row in the Q7 is, you know, mainly for small children. If you want an SUV that has a full-size third row where you can actually fit adults, in this category, really your only choice... What the hell? Parking sensors. Ugh. Before I was interrupted, If you want a SUV in this category, with a full-size third row, really your only choice is the Land Rover Discovery. Those third row seats were designed for people 6'3" and under, so most people can fit in a third row of a Discovery, no issues at all. Oh my God, that's a Lamborghini Urus. Never seen one of those before. That is the expensive version of what I'm driving. That is the expensive. It's all MLB Evo platform, so Q7 shares its platform with the Porsche Cayenne, the European market Volkswagen Touareg. Unfortunately, here in the US, we don't get the Touareg anymore. It also shares a platform with the Bentley Bentayga, the Lamborghini Urus. All right, I'm on the same road where I jumped my Defender. So let's see if we can get the Audi a little higher. This is a bit lighter than the Defender. And I'm also much more confident in this car taking it much harder around corners than in the Defender. So right now I'm in full manual mode. This has the same ZF 8-speed automatic transmission that's in the Defender, that's in my Discovery, that's in basically every car nowadays. Oh, perfect. Here we go. I love, like, the snorting sound it makes on upshifts. Dynamically, this car is amazing for a big SUV. I mean, I have driven Q7 with the adaptive chassis package with the air springs, and to be completely honest with you, I don't think it's worth it. I really don't. It was a little bit more comfortable in dynamic mode. It didn't change that much. I'd say the biggest difference was the four-wheel steering that you get. But that mainly helped at lower speeds, like maneuvering. Now, I've not driven the facelift Q7. I think that could potentially be better, but who knows? That's something I'll have to try out. Here's the thing, Q7 dynamically is really good. It handles incredibly well. Ride quality is fantastic. It's quick, like I said, 0 to 60 in 5.7 seconds. Top speed is 130 miles an hour. In Europe, that speed is raised to 155. Here in America, for some reason, because of the tires, it has a lower top speed. Not that big of a deal, you're not going that fast here, but it's just such a good car. It really is. And like this kind of weird portion of Audi from like 2017 to around 2020, when they had the latest tech with the old-fashioned style MMI system. Before they went to the screens. They only did this for a few years, and it's my favorite. Its design is incredible. Materials are incredible. At night, the ambient lighting system is amazing. There are over 900 color combinations with the ambient lighting system in this car. I have it set at like a turquoise and blue, two different colors. The speaker grills light up. There's white lights in the speaker grills. There's like white lights in the footwell. It's just overall a really, really good car. I have fallen in love with this car. I really have. I knew it was always just a good car, and I still don't think it's necessarily that special. I see them all the time here where I live, and there's a reason why I see them all the time, because they're just so good. They are so fucking good. And this one's great. Ours, we've had it almost 4 years. It has 42,000 miles, and it's held up incredibly well. There's no creaks or rattles. Everything still works. It feels like it's brand new. It drives like it's brand new, and quite frankly, it's such an amazing car. Man, a lot of people out. It is a really nice evening. Starting to feel a little bit like normal, but everyone's still wearing freaking face masks. You know, it's nice seeing people outside having a good time. It brings a sense of normality back that we haven't had for a while. And I know from my friends in the UK, they just allowed outdoor dining last Monday. It is currently Saturday, the 17th of April, as I'm filming this. And it must have felt like an eternity, their lockdown. And I feel bad for them. And now I bet, you know, all you Englishers can't wait for all of this to end. I can't imagine what you guys have been going through. It's got to be horrible. Mentally, you know, as a person that's dealt with a lot of mental health issues, I can only imagine what it had to have been like, basically being stuck at home, not being allowed to leave. I don't know if this will pick up on camera, but just the noises everything makes, the clicking sounds of the buttons, the sound of the scroll wheel for the MMI system, the sound of the climate control dials, everything makes a different sound. And apparently Audi has a whole department dedicated just to making sure everything feels right, the tactile feel, which is awesome. It's something, little details like that are something you don't get in BMW, you don't get in Mercedes, you don't get in Jaguar Land Rover, you don't get in Cadillac, you don't get in Lincoln. It's only something you'll see in an Audi. Also, again, going back to dynamics, it drives incredibly well. This thing will actually, with this engine, with the supercharged V6, this will lap the Nürburgring in under 10 minutes. I don't know if I would want to do that, but I have confidence in this car that it can do that. So, like I said before, this is a Q7 Prestige, which is the top trim level here in the US, and that has features like a full-color heads-up display, Audi's virtual cockpit digital instrument cluster, which is the 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster powered by an NVIDIA T30 quad-core processor, so it allows for crystal clear graphics, and it's super easy to use. You can have whatever you want up there: radio, media, maps, phone, full-size gauges. You can shrink the gauges down and have whatever you want up there. Super simple to use. Hands down, the best digital gauge cluster in the automotive industry. It also has a 19-speaker, 558-watt Bose 3D surround sound system. And with that, there are speakers mounted high up in the A-pillars, as well as speakers in the headliner in the back for the 3D effect, which in turn adds height to music. It's really cool. I like 3D audio systems. This one's really good. There's some other, like the Bang & Olufsen 3D sound systems in other Audis are a little bit better than this. The Meridian 3D surround sound systems you get in like the high-end Range Rovers are better than this by a lot, but this still sounds really good. Other features: it has heated and cooled front seats, heated rear seats, a heated steering wheel, 4-zone automatic climate control. It also has a configurable ambient lighting system that has over 900 color combinations. Right now I have it set in a turquoise green with a light blue. It's actually quite nice. Other features include this very large panoramic moonroof, blind spot monitoring, forward collision warning. All of that is labeled under the Audi Presense system. This one has the 20-inch wheels. An old XJ, an old Jaguar XJ. That is a proper Jag. The Jag. Oh God, I am not Jeremy Clarkson. Well, that will be it for today's video. Thank you so much for tuning in. Don't forget to like, subscribe, hit the bell icon, you know, all the normal YouTube stuff. And I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.